What's up everyone, it's Thomas with Real Broker here in St. Augustine. In today's video, we're gonna check out the neighborhood of Davis Shores, and I'm also going to feature one of my co-workers' listings, Yasha Wells. She's got this beautiful duplex here that could be one of the best investments you can make here in St. Augustine, whether you're looking to live in it and maybe rent out one side or rent out both sides. It could be a cash cow. So make sure you stick towards the end of the video so you can see what we have going on in this listing here. So Davis Shores is in St. Johns County, and we are just east of downtown St. Augustine. You can literally ride your bike, walk right down to downtown St. Augustine, no problem at all, right over the Lions Bridge. Along Davis Shores, you have homes that border the intercoastal. Those are going to be in the $1 million range, 2 and above for the most part. And then you're also going to have homes, of course, that are just within these little neighborhoods here that are probably going to range somewhere between like the $500,000 to $750,000 range. Along A1A, which is going to be the main road going through here, that'll take you over the Lions Bridge into downtown St. Augustine. It'll also take you south to St. Augustine Beach, the amphitheater, the lighthouse, all the good stuff that St. Augustine has to offer. Along A1A, you have restaurants, you have bars, you have hotels, motels. All the good food is right here, really. They also have Llama, which is a great restaurant right over here. It's one top 100 restaurants in St. Augustine for, I think, the past 3 years, or top 100 in the United States, my mistake, for the past 3 years. So it's really a great place to go grab some food. You also have other restaurants like Osteen's and Candlelight that aren't as trafficked as downtown St. Augustine, but still have some really, really great food. So talk a little bit more about the location. Like I said, we're very close to downtown St. Augustine. You're only about a 3-minute drive into the historic section of St. Augustine, but there's a whole bunch of other amenities right along Davis Shores that you have access to. Of course, we talked about the bars and restaurants, but they also have a great mini golfing place right around the road here. Lighthouse and Lighthouse Park, where there is a boat ramp. There is, of course, the lighthouse and tennis courts over there, and a nice little scenic park to sit at. That's probably going to be a 5-minute drive from here. Down the street a little bit further, if you go south, you're going to have Anastasia State Park, and then you're also going to have the amphitheater. That's also going to be about a 7-minute drive from this location. And then if you want to go to the beach, that's going to be about 10 minutes down the road at St. Augustine Beach. So within this location here, you have a lot of the benefits of downtown St. Augustine. It does get a little bit more traffic out here, especially when it comes down to like Night of Lights and peak summertime. So you will have some traffic right here on A1A, but if you're a local, you know that you can always go south and over 312 Bridge, opposed to waiting in line down here. So there's actually like a local person that sells bumper stickers, and it's kind of a joke about the Lions Bridge here, because when it comes down to Night of Lights, when it comes down to peak summer season for tourism, really the Lions Bridge is backed up for maybe a half a mile to get into downtown St. Augustine. So if you're living here, that can definitely be a pain in the ass. And a local took advantage of that and started selling bumper stickers that says, "Don't make me cross the bridge." And it's specifically talking about the bridge right here. So we covered a lot of the benefits of living in this neighborhood of Davis Shores, being close to downtown, being close to the beach, the amphitheater, all that good stuff that St. Augustine has to offer. And there really is a ton of things to do here. One of the negatives, and it's also one of the positives, is that you're very close to the intercoastal, right? But this area in Davis Shores is 100% known for flooding. So within this house here, the person who built this is AJ Wells Roofing and Construction. They knew that was going to happen in this area, so they actually built this up much higher than the surrounding flood zone. So they don't have to worry about anything like that in the future. So if you are looking at homes in Davis Shores, you'll actually see in a lot of the homes around here, because they have flooded in the past, you'll see most of the drywall is going to be cut about hip level, kind of how wainscoting is, so that they can actually put an exterior siding, typically it's like T111, on the inside of the home, so that if it does flood again, they don't have the same issues with ripping out the drywall, repairing it, all that kind of stuff. They just leave the T111 on there. And if you're wondering about the schools in the area here, 73% of the schools in St. Johns County are rated A. So if you are looking at schools online, I know Zillow has a ranking system, there's great schools, all of them. Typically, those are numerical rating systems. So it's not that they're not correct, but here in Florida, we use A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So that's how we grade all of our schools here. So 73% of the schools here in St. Johns County are rated A. If you're living here and you had kids going to elementary school, they go to RB Hunt right down the street. That's where I went, and that's an A-rated school. So you really can't get a bad education pretty much anywhere here in St. Johns County because of the mass amount of A-rated schools. And that's one of the biggest draws of St. Johns County, is that we have the #2 school district in the entire state of Florida. We were #1, but we've traded spots #1 and #2 back and forth. So we're inside this listing that is just under $2 million, and that is definitely a larger price tag than the rest of the area here. The average price in 32080 is going to be $677,000. Now that's of course going to be a mix of homes in the intercoastal. It's going to be homes that are just living in neighborhoods just like this one, but not a lot of them are going to be brand new because there's not too much brand new construction here on the island. The average sale to list price within 32080 is going to be 96.4%. So if it's a home listed at $1 million, it's going to sell at $964,000. And the average days on market is going to be 61 days for the 32080 area code, but the best homes in this neighborhood are still going for multiple offers, and they're going sub 30 days. So less than a month on the market. So things are still moving very quickly despite our current national real estate market. So here in Davis Shores, you do have some investment opportunities. Now, of course, you don't need to go with this $1 million duplex, right? You can go with something else in this area because this area will allow you to do short-term rentals. You're not in St. Augustine Beach where you're regulated. You can do it here. And it's because you're close to downtown, you're close to the beach, you're close to the amphitheater, you're close to all the entertainment and all the nightlife that St. Augustine has to offer. Now, this duplex here is projected to rent at $250,000 a year for both sides, right? So if you're buying it as an investment, you're renting out both sides, and you're projected to make $250,000 a year, which if you're buying it, I think it's listed at $1.9 million. That's more than a 10% return on your money. So pretty much anywhere you go, that's a great return for your investment, right? But you could also live in one side. This is a beautiful unit. I mean, look at some of these finishes here. I'd definitely live here. You could live in one side and then rent out the other and make $125,000 a year. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. We're heading down A1A right now. We're actually heading south on A1A. So you can see, just looking around here, you got Black Fly, great restaurant. You got Planet Sarbez over here, great little place to go grab a beer. They also have really great grilled cheese. Osteen's, Oddbirds over here. You have a whole bunch of different options to go out to eat, go get a drink, and just hang out literally steps away from where we are in Davis Shores. So this area is Davis Shores. We're gonna come over here, gonna drive you around something. I remember where it's at just slightly. I might have to clear up the brain fog here, but you also have Old Coast Ales, Mojo Tacos over here. But back here in Davis Shores, there is another really interesting piece of real estate down here. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna find it. But someone decided, and I've always wondered why since I was a kid, but someone decided to build their own castle. And it's located right here in Davis Shores, and it has like fort walls and everything like that. So we're gonna see if we can't pull up on it just so you can give you a good look at it. I think it's right up here, if I remember correctly. Yep, here it goes. Oh shit, sorry, I almost ran through a stop sign, guys, my bad. But here we go on the right. You're gonna see the castle of Davis Shores. I don't think there's any history associated with it at all. It looks like it's built relatively newer than a lot of the forts here, but it's still a nice little landmark of this area because it's very unique. You don't really see too many castles in your neighborhood. All right, guys, so we wanted to take a stop here at Lighthouse Park. So as you can see, we got tennis courts behind us. They have a little tot lot over here, a lot of like a little oak tree shaded area over here with some picnic tables. They also have a boat ramp right over there. And then of course you have the Lighthouse and the Maritime Museum right behind us. So I actually got engaged right at the top of that over there. So it's a pretty special place for me. Obviously it's the logo in our brand. But this is just minutes down the road from where we were just at in Davis Shores. This is a different neighborhood technically, but you're literally maybe a 2-minute drive down the road to here. Also another opportunity over here, they have a whole bunch of brand new construction condos that are right on the intercoastal. You're gonna have a boat slip with it as well. So if you're looking kind of like low maintenance type of living. You still get a garage with it. You also have a boat slimp right onto the intercoastal that pretty much leads out at Lighthouse Park here. So you can get right out to the ocean very quickly through the inlet. So this might be a great option for you too. They're starting in like the $1.2 million range, I believe. All right, guys, we're getting a little thirsty. We did a lot of work today, so we're gonna stop by at Creative Juices, grab ourselves a nice little healthy drink. So I hope you liked our neighborhood tour of Davis Shores. If you did, please do me a solid and tap that subscribe button below. Like the video and comment if you have any additional questions about St. Augustine, Davis Shores, Lighthouse Park, or anywhere in St. Johns County for that matter. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, make sure you reach out to me and my team directly. We'd love to be able to help out. Until next time.